Hi crafters, it's Karen. Not too long ago I shared a haul video that included this particular Tim Holtz book, the Compendium of Curiosities Volume 2. After that video, Muriel, MsCoopersCoop, had messaged me and asked if I wanted to swap with her, and what we would do was create something that was inspired by this particular volume, because she has this volume as well. And I thought it was a great idea for a swap, and I haven't done a swap in a very long time. So yeah, I was all for it, and I felt it made me feel so good that Muriel thought to ask me to swap with her. So we weren't going to reveal which which technique or whatever inspired us until we were completed with the project. And obviously I'm recording this early because I won't post this video until Muriel has these items. However, just to let you know, what inspired me from this book was the tissue tape. I had never worked with the Tim Holtz tissue tape before, and I really wanted to work with it. There's a lot of techniques using the tissue tape, so I had picked some up. And this is it. It's really pretty, no matter how you look at it. It's a beautiful mixed media type pattern. There's text and music and butterflies, just real sweet. So, with that being said, the first project that I created was this. I was looking at these different tags, and of course I wanted to create a Tim Holtz inspired tag. So this page inspired me. So let me share with you my first two little Tim Holtz inspired projects. I created two tags. Here, let me share this one first. I created this Seahorse tag. This was the first one I did create, and this is the Sun and Sand. I forgot the name of the die, but this is a Tim Holtz Sizzix die right here. And so I took one of the Tim Holtz, or the Ranger size 8 tags. I went over it, you can see better on this side, I went over it with some gel medium and adhered my Tim Holtz tissue tape, or tissue paper, over the front and back side. And then to kind of seal the edges, I used the Tim Holtz tissue tape around the edges. You see that there? And then after I did both sides, you can't really tell, but that's the paper in the background is the tissue paper. And then after I adhered the paper to both sides using the gel medium, I went over it with a light coat of gesso. I didn't want to cover the patterns up completely, but I did want to go over it with gesso. So after the gesso for this particular tag, let's see, I used my Tim Holtz stencils, and I didn't bring them out. You all know the stencils that are shaped like the tags. Those are the stencils I used, and the first stencil was, I believe it's the stripes one. I forgot what they call it, but I believe it's called stripes. And so I used that one, and I used the Liquitex glass beads medium, and this is really beautiful stuff because it does pick up whatever color you spread this on top of, or whatever color you spray on top of it. It kind of reflects the color. So it's really beautiful to work with. So that's what I used for my stencils. I also used the Viva, I forgot what it's called, the Faro Viva Special Effects Paste, I think it's called, in the turquoise color. to create these bubbles. And then I went over it with different sprays from my stash to give it an oceanic type look to it. The bottom here, I went darker with some more earth tones so that it would look like the bottom of the sea. And I went over the Seahorse, which is cut from chipboard, in the same manner. I cut them, went over him with gesso. Then I sprayed him with different colors from Lindy's Stamp Gang. I went over him with some distress ink. Then used the stamps, different texture type stamps, if you could see that there. And then I went over him with the glass beads medium to give him more of a dimensional texture. And then I sprayed him again. So yes, this is the first tag. And for my sentiment, I used a stamp that I have. It says, "Always maintain a kind of summer, even in the middle of winter." So I thought that was really cute. And then I did, you know, crinkle my seam binding myself, and I used the, what do you call it? Twine to tie it off. I thought it came out really sweet, and I hope Muriel likes it. It was a lot of fun. I love playing with the textures. And then this next one was created a little more simply, but I wanted to use this particular die that I recently got. It's the Fresh Brewed die from Sizzix. It's a Tim Holtz die. And anyway, for the size 8 tag, I went over the front with the pink distress ink. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sugar, I forgot the name of it. It's a sugar something. But anyway, it's the pink color. And I tried to create like an ombre effect, working myself in. And then I used the vintage pink color in the center. And then I, you know, trying to continue with the ombre effect so that it was really light in the middle of the tag. And then after doing that, I took the Tim Holtz stencil that has the coffee rings. It looks like splatter rings. And I used the walnut stain distress ink, and I created the splatter and the rings as if they were coffee rings on a table. And then for the gold highlights here, I used the Art C. It's like a gold modeling paste, but it's really creamy, and it has a fantastic shimmer. I got it at Michael's, and that's what I used for the gold highlights throughout. And then I did use some of the gold texture medium along the sides. I used this sentiment from a stamp set I have, I Like You a Latte. These are some I Am Roses flowers here, and I went over them with stickles. These are sequins. The brown sequins are from Teresa Collins, and then I layered them with some pink sequins, which I thought was really sweet. And then there's also some gold sequins there. So I really like the way this one came out. The back looks like this, and this is the coffee paper from Prima. Or, I'm sorry, coffee break paper from Prima. And then I just used some seam binding and some fibers, and I added this little bobble to the fiber just for extra little something, and I tied it off with this lace. So I thought it came out really sweet. I love this die. It just looks so cute. I cut out the coffee holder with corrugated paper. So those were my tags. And then, let's see. Okay, I will make a separate video. I will make a separate video for the shadow box that I created for Muriel. So I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.